So like here, let's see. All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. I was just meditating. I was actually I had watched this video here, which I'm gonna just pull up. Okay, that first I watched the one that Apostle Baqar had done. Okay, which was in response to the one that the elder brother Malcolm had done, which his channel is PMS Maccabean Spirit. Okay, and they were both really good videos. Okay, because they put things into a nice perspective. Of course, this video right here, women will be victims in the SHTF, which stands for shit hits the fan. Okay, but it puts things into a nice perspective, even though we already know it. But it's just a more of a visualization, all right, of what's to come. Okay, and he made a couple of great points in there because just really thinking about it, you got to understand, man, that being that women are the weaker vessel, okay, in the society that we live in, all right, it's one of the common things that happens in a state of anarchy or a state of lawlessness, all right, is that women become their value decreases, okay, because the reason women are held in such a high estate now is because you have Esau ruling, and because of the order he set up, he's given them the perks and the little teats and the little ability to have some sense or some sort of power. Okay, and then you have these simple-minded men who think that the way to get into a woman, a way to get to a woman is by kissing up to her and all these different things. And so that is giving them that false perception, all right, or that false sense of power. So they think that they can never be touched. They think that that's just the way it's going to continue. They think that the reason they're able to do what they do is because they're powerful, not realizing that it's because of the society that has been set up to pamper them. So when all hell breaks loose, okay, that's all going to change, because then the natural order, all right, is going to come back into place. And the natural order is women are the weaker vessel. Okay, a man is naturally stronger than a woman. Okay, and in that day, man, dudes are not going to be out here asking you, yo, how old are you, kind of thing. No, if they see you and you look good to them, guess what? They're going to take you. Okay, and that's a serious thing that a lot of you women need to consider, okay, and think about, because see, a lot of women won't even give the time of the day or the ear to listen to that. Why? Because right now they're too worried about how they look, this club, this party they're trying to go to. So the last thing they're worried about is looking about as to how society is crumbling and how that's going to lead to their detriment. Okay, because understanding that, hey, shalom to the brothers on the comment board. All right, understanding that when that time takes place, man, listen, here it is. You you might be by yourself. Here it is. You might be walking. You're scared. Okay, you don't know what's going on. All right, hell, you got a lot of. As crazy as it sounds, you still have virgins walking around here. And the sad thing is, in this society, a lot of women lose their virginity at a young age, but you still have some of them who try to maintain that. Okay, but what happens when you're walking somewhere you're not even familiar with? All you see is dead bodies and all these things going on around, and you're hungry, you're weak because you haven't eaten in maybe a day and a half. Your body's not used to that. Okay, because you were hiding, because you were scared. You finally come out thinking the coast is clear, so now you're sneaking around. Mind you, by instinct, women they don't really have the kind of survival instincts that men do. Okay, yeah, women are survivalists, but that's why. That's what, because they depend, all right, on others, all right, mainly who? A man. So here it is, you're walking by yourself. Okay, your phone is dead. You don't have a charger. And all hell is breaking loose. So now you can't contact your parents. You can't contact your friends. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to contact. Okay, so you're walking by yourself. You don't know what's going on. Next thing you know, you see some dude. All right, that's seeing you. Because keep in mind, when dudes holler at chicks in the streets and they be like, "Yo, hey, yo, ma, how you doing?" All these different things. Guess what? The thing that prompted them to go and do that is because they thought in their mind, damn, I want to get in that, you know? So I'm going to just, say whatever, throw my shot out there, whatever the case may be. But when all hell's breaking loose, there's nothing in their mind that's going to stop them from, instead of just saying, hey, yo, ma, actually going and taking her. So now you're walking by yourself, you're scared, you're trying to sneak around, but you're not really subtle. So you get caught. The dude sees you, he's like, yo, so now you're trying to run. But mind you, you're not fast. He's faster than you. He's bigger than you and he's stronger than you. Okay? So you're not that fast, especially not now after you haven't eaten in a while. So you're tired. Okay? He catches you. Now what? Now he's on top of you and he has that strength to pin you down. Struggle as you might, scream as you might, who's going to be there to protect you? Okay? You don't know where your father is. You don't know where your mother is. Okay? Your boyfriend isn't around. You don't know what's going on. Okay? Now, if you're a virgin and Matt, do you think he cares about that? No. Okay? So here it is. He's having his way with you. You screaming, you yelling, you crying, but who's there to help you? Nobody. Your tears are in vain. Your screams are in vain. And that sad reality is going to sink in that you're powerless. There's nothing you can do. You're going through this pain, but there's nobody to help you. You're hoping and praying somebody will come around and push him off. Somebody will come around and do something to protect you, but that's not happening. So now you've come to the sad realization that your value that you used to think was on a high level, look how low it is now. Dudes that you used to have chasing you and doing whatever you wanted, here it is. They changed you for a different reason. Now what can he do? He can decide if he wants to take you along. So whenever he wants to have sex, he has you there, like a sex slave, a sex object. Now, mind you, you think he's gonna really feed you? No, because in his mind, why do I need to feed her? If she dies, she dies. I'll just find another one. Okay. Now you become an object. Okay. You're worth no value, and that's why the scriptures tell you, which I'm gonna get, that it's gonna a man of the Lord is gonna be what these women are looking for, because a man of the Lord is gonna have that integrity. Okay. Our mind is gonna be in a certain zone where we're not out here trying to rape you women. We have no need for that. Okay, we're gonna be on a much higher level. Okay, meditating and really praising the Lord. We're gonna be good. Okay, but you have dudes out here who are not like that. So even if you're with your father or your boyfriend, what happens when a gang pulls up on you and they have weapons? What can you do then? So let me read this real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 6. I'm just gonna get to the point. Or as a matter of fact, let me I'll read it and I'll jump out. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Okay, so in a case like this, for you people, for you guys out there who don't have the spirit of the Lord with you, because you think that you got it all, right? You think because you got a gun, you're good. You think because you box, you're good. You think because you're feared in the streets, you're good, right? So what happens when people kick down your door, and they don't even kill you yet? They might shoot you in the leg. They might tie you up. Okay. But now they take your wife. They take your woman. She doesn't know what's going on. And then they bring her in front of you and then they take turns on her, or they have her all at once in front of you and you're forced to watch. If you have kids, they might do the same thing to your kids, or they might kill your kids. Now they might decide to take your woman and kill you, or they might just decide to kill her in front of you and then kill you. So all these different things. Now, how are you going to feel about that? Because you're going to realize that there's nothing you can do. They might tie your mouth. You're like, oh, you're trying to break free, but you can't. You try as hard as you might. Your strength is not enough. And you're watching all this going on. What are you doing? You're crying, you're praying, you're hoping that somebody can intervene. Something can happen to stop all this, but it's not happening. Your wife is looking at you crying, asking you, begging you, screaming for help, but you can't do anything because you don't have any power in your hands. And that's when you're gonna realize, damn, son, this is not a joke. Maybe a couple weeks ago, I was running around thinking I was some hot shit. I was shooting people, right? I was acting like I was this tough guy. But guess what? Everybody is going to be marked at that day, and the Lord is going to put into your remembrance the day you walked by, the day you heard a video, the day somebody tried to preach this word to you that you didn't listen. Guess what? You're going to think back to that, and it's going to be very vivid in your mind. All right. As your life flashes before your eyes, one of those flashes is going to be when the Lord try to call out to you. For you women who cursed us out, for you women who we work with, or we might go to school with, or whatever the case may be, all right, then you're going to understand, yeah, he was a special man. Instead of treating him the way I treated him, I should have actually listened to him. He was probably the most important man in my life, even above my father. Because right now, what happens if your father's dead? That man of the Lord, he's not going to be dead. If he's of the elect, all right, of course you're going to have martyrs, but there's going to be some of us who are just, the Lord is going to have us, We might have angels protecting us who are going to have spiritual power, okay? And on top of that, we're not, like I said, we're not going to be running around like these brute beasts. So now a woman is like, damn, I need to be around him. Why? Because he doesn't want to just rape me and kill me or any of that. No. And he can protect me from those who do. He can provide for me. I can hide behind him. I don't have to worry even if a gang of wild animals come around. I don't have to worry if 200 men come, because he has power to protect me in that day. And it's the same thing with us when we seek to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for help. In that day, we're going to be good because we're going to depend on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and these women are going to have to depend on us. But see, it doesn't end there, because now you come across a man of the Lord and you're thinking, all right, cool, I'm lucky. I finally found one. With all these other women you're competing with all these women in the world, all right, more women than men. However, a lot of these men are dead. You finally find a man of the Lord, but see, he sees right through your BS. He finds out that you're just doing these things out of desperation. You don't have a sincere spirit. So now you get rejected. A rejection in this society is something that will hurt a girl. But how much more for a rejection when your life depends on it? A rejection you don't want to accept. A rejection you didn't count in your plans. Because you thought, so long as I could find somebody that can protect me, I'm good. But now you start thinking, wait, if he rejects me, that means I'm stuck out here by myself. My only hope, my only way of being protected, of being fed, of being safe, just told me no. I have no other option. I don't know what to do. I'm crying, I'm scared, I'm screaming, I'm begging, but nothing works. He doesn't care. So you got to get right now. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Now, this man is talking about a man of the Lord. All right. Why are you going to be precious? Because you're going to be preserved. All right. You're not going to look like these other people. And upon impact, upon sight, they're going to be able to tell that he's different. He looks fed. He looks clean. He looks protected. He doesn't look scared. These are all things that I want. So I have to now go to him. He's not even coming to me. I have to go to him. Okay. So let me see. Right. Now I looked into the word ravished. All right. Isaiah 13th chapter, the 16th verse. All right. In the online etymology, it says what? To seize someone by violence, to carry, keep in mind what? A person, especially a woman. Why? Because women being the weaker vessel, you're not going to have, it's not going typically it's not a woman who seizes a man and carries him. Of course, you have these little female cops out here, but what do? They have to call for backup. Okay. But just a regular woman, she ain't going to be picking up a man, seizing him and carrying him. No. Right. It says to carry away. All right. To seize, to take away hastily. To see, these men out here are not going to be making love to you. They're going to be raping you. Okay? They're not going to be out here, be gentle. All these, they don't care about that. They're just trying to get their shit off. Okay? And after that, they're going to look at you as just some worthless object. If they come in a situation where their life is on the line and they can give you up so they can save themselves, what connection do they have to you? Why should they not do that? Why should they protect you? And that day, you're gonna find out just how selfish people are. Even people, if you have a boyfriend that's not a man of the Lord, guess what? He's gonna be for himself. Okay, because instincts are gonna kick in, not his spirit, his fleshly instincts, and that's what survival first. So if he has to give up his girl so he can survive, if he has to let his girl get raped so he doesn't get raped, what do you think is going to happen then? Because he doesn't have the power to protect the both of you. He doesn't even have the power to protect himself. So now they give him the option. They're like, yo, bring that girl, man, or we taking you and the girl. You think he's going to really stand there and try to stand up for you against a gang of 20 people? They got bats, they got chains, they have guns, they have bricks, they have all these different weapons. Ain't gonna be no, yo, bro, chill. Oh, we stomped them out a little bit. It's all good. No, life is gonna be getting snuffed just like that. Because there's gonna be nobody to stop it. There's gonna be no order. You wanna call 911? Good luck with that. Because now here it is. I'm a police officer, right? I hear about all these different things going on. Of course, when it starts, it's like you're getting calls from here, calls from here, calls from there, calls from all over the place. But wait. Now I'm thinking, wait, I'm getting all these calls from a district, but my family lives there. My wife is pregnant. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Why should I go all the way here to protect you and your family when I don't even know what's going on with my family? So you think I'm really going to be on the job doing this when I know my family's in danger? No, to hell with that. I'm throwing down my badge and I'm going to go protect my family. Forget that cop stuff. I got a gun. You know, I've been trained in how to shoot it, and I'm going to use it to protect my loved ones. See, that selfish mindset is going to kick in, and it's going to go back to a state of a lot of people being primitive, because you have a lot of people in today's society who, yeah, you see them, they walk around you, but do you really know what's going on in their mind? Your professor, hey, how you doing, Jenny? You know, you have a good day? Okay, all right, that's cool. But as you get up and you leave the class, you don't know if he's looking at you or not. He's probably like, damn, man. Okay, Jenny. So when all hell breaks loose, what happens? Professor Stevenson isn't Professor Stevenson anymore. Let Professor Stevenson get his hands on you, and then we'll see how many math problems you can solve then. You know, we'll see what he can teach you then. You see, and a lot of people are going to be surprised and shocked. You see, because the only people who are gonna be different, who are gonna have safety, is the men of the Lord. Keyword: the men of the Lord. And that's why you have to be with a man of the Lord to be saved. But let's go into here. So it says, rapire, from Latin rapare, to seize and carry off, carry away suddenly, hurry away, meaning to commit rape upon. Okay, that's what it means to ravish. So it says what? Their wives are going to be ravished, meaning your wives are going to be raped, and you're not going to have any power to do anything about it. Okay, that's the Lord is going to do that, man. Because the Lord is going to put the spirit on these people out here to go full cycle. See, there is going to be, the elites are going to allow a state of chaos for a while to justify that martial law. You see what's going on in Hong Kong? They haven't declared martial law yet because it hasn't gotten out of hand yet. Yeah, you have protests. Yeah, you have fires, but they're going to allow what's going to happen to this place to go on for a little while. And a lot of people are going to suffer. And then they're going to bring the martial law, and that's going to bring even more death. Okay? Let's move on. Let's see. This is okay. Shalom. says they have tried to stop the seedless or seed lines via gayism and abortion. No other way than to stop the seed line than to kill us. And you saw very sadly mistaken. Please change your tone and say some women as you would want women to. The Most High protects, not flesh. 7 women shall want much more. Hey, but understanding that, I said a lot of women. Okay, and regardless, if you're a woman and you don't have, and you're gonna need to be with a man of the Lord if you want to be saved. All right. So this is Second Ezra chapter 10, verse 22. Yeah, because of course you're gonna have women that are part of the elect. Of course you're gonna have certain women who the Lord is gonna have mercy on, and they're gonna be saved through a man of the Lord. Because how else are we gonna bring or reproduce in the kingdom? So that's just there. You know, I'm not saying every woman in the world is going to be destroyed, but this is going to be the judgment for a lot of these women. Okay, so this is Second Ezra chapter 10, verse 22. It says, "Our psaltery is laid on the ground, our song is put to silence, our rejoicing is at an end, the light of our candlestick is put out, the ark of our covenant is spoiled, our holy things are defiled, and the name that is called upon us is almost profaned. Our children are put to shame, our priests are burnt, our Levites are gone into captivity, our virgins are defiled." Okay, now mind you, yeah, this might have happened in the past, but the scriptures tell you what was written aforetime was written for our learning. And it also tell you the times we're coming into is going to be unlike any time that has ever been before. So all these things you're reading about what's going to happen now is going to make this look like a little cakewalk. Okay, so it says what? Our virgins are defiled. Okay, and our wives ravished, our righteous men carried away, our little ones destroyed, our young men are brought into bondage, and our strong men are become weak. And you better hope you don't end up in the FEMA camp, because if you end up in a concentration camp and the Lord is not with you, forget it. Yeah, it's going to be bad out here, but it's going to be worse in there. Okay, because man, you ever seen the movie Saw, where they do them torture things and all that? Well, guess what? See, you got to understand the Most High is going to put the spirit on these Edomites and on these people out here. He's going to have death angels out here, and he's gonna put a very emotionless spirit on these people, to where you end up in a FEMA camp. Yes, they will torture you, because if you're over 2/3 and that is your fate, that's how the Lord is gonna bring it about. You know, whether it's by being ripped to pieces by a wild animal, or by having to bleed to death on the street with nobody there. The scriptures tell you, which I'm gonna pull up, Second Esdras, 16th chapter, leave right around, let's see the 30th verse. Okay, because so many people are gonna die that it's gonna be very quiet out here, man. All right, yep, verse 27. I'm just getting to the point with these scriptures. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left. So now really think about that, right? Let's say you live in New York City or whatever the case may be. Look at how when you step outside, you're bound to see somebody. Has there ever been one time you stepped outside your house, wherever you live in the Bronx, whatever the case may be, especially when you live in an area like that, and you haven't seen not one person on the street? And I mean, you step out at a common time, maybe you step out in the morning, in the afternoon, even at night, you're going to see somebody walking around, or in their car, or a car driving. So people are always around moving. Okay. And so imagine how many people they are when you get on the train, and get on the train at rush hour, see how packed it is, like a sardine can. Right. But what happens when all those people are dead, to where you can hear your echo down the street? It says, for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field. So if you were to take that, for example, let's use that for an example, 10 people. Imagine how much people would have to die for you to be in New York City, and only 10 people are there. And with how big New York City is, how long do you think you'd be walking before you even come across somebody? All right. It says, and two of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Okay, so it's gonna be a very, very scary and quiet time too. All right. Your life is not, if your life, like, once again, if the Lord is not with you, your life is not going to be assured. You know, you're going to be in there. All right. Now to get jumped into the point, this is verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. All right. So like I was saying, what happens when you find out, okay, as you're going. See, a lot of people also, their goal in mind would be, okay, I'm separated, but I'm trying to find my family. I'm trying to find my wife. I'm trying to find my husband. I'm trying to find my parents. I'm trying to find my daughter. So that's their goal. They're trying to at least get back to somewhere, but where are you going to begin to look? What if your father's at work? What if your mother's at work? What if your daughter's in school? How do you know when people started panicking, she didn't run along with the crowd? How do you know she didn't already die? You don't. So now you're looking around aimlessly trying to find something, and that's your goal. If I can at least find my family, if I can at least find my husband, if I can at least find somebody, we can at least go through this together. But now you're walking, you trip over a body. You turn around and you look at the body, you look at the face, it looks like your father, it looks like your husband, it looks like your daughter. But you don't want to believe it. You go into shock. You're like, whoa, nah, that can't be. Your eyes are getting watery as you're examining the body, and you come to look at the ring and see that was the ring that you put on the finger, or you look at the backpack and you see that's the backpack you bought for your daughter, or you look at the sneakers and say, yeah, those were the specific sneakers she wore when she went to school. That is her hairstyle. That was her outfit when she left. Now you come to the sad realization that, yeah, that is your wife, that is your husband, that is your daughter, but they're dead. Now your world is crashing. In your mind, you're having a mental breakdown. You might now get on your knees and just have no hope left. You're thinking, damn, you know what, to hell with it. I don't even want to live anymore. What's the point? Now you start questioning, why is all this happening? What's going on? You're thinking, I'm going to just sit here till somebody finds me and kills me. Nobody comes along. Now you're getting hungry. Now you're like, damn, I don't know the first thing about hunting. I have no clue what agriculture is. I don't know what's going on here. So you might see maybe a broken TV, and then they're telling you, it's coming on and off, but then you hear, fallout shelter. We have food. We have this, blah, blah, blah. So now that becomes your new goal. I'm looking for this fallout shelter. I'm looking to find this place, not knowing that that's going to be your death. So you go to this fallout shelter, you run in there, they tell you, you got to get this chip, or whatever the case may be. You end up in the FEMA camp. Now in the back of your mind, you might think, yo, this looks familiar. This sounds familiar. I've heard about this before. FEMA camps. Yeah, they said it was like some torture concentration camp, but your state of your body is in such a bad condition that you're not even trying to consider that. So you rush on in there. Yeah, they might give you some sloppy food, some little bowl of oatmeal or whatever it is. They might give you a little blanket. They might lead you to a certain area amongst all the other people there. Now you eat, now you full. That's when you start thinking right again. Okay, all right, what's going on here? What's up? You see a lot of people there, they're scared, like they're shook up. You might talk to a few of them, yo, what's going on here? And then when you come to the realization that, oh shoot, this isn't somewhere I gotta be, you trying to get out. Ain't no getting out, man. That's not happening. All right. Yeah, like that's right. Like the movie I Am Legend. Okay. Yep, like the movie I Am Legend. And you see how basically, he went psycho because he started talking to mannequins. You know, see, human interaction is a part of life. You know, to communicate, to touch, to hear somebody's voice. All these different things are a part of life. But when you've been deprived of that for so long, you start, try, and he tried to gain that back. So he was like, you know what, let me just talk to these mannequins. I'm gonna go in here, and just act like they're real. Because that was the state, that was the state in which, when all hell broke loose, that's the strain it put on him. Okay. And best believe you're gonna have diseases out here as well. So really think about it. What if you're not of the elect, what are your chances of survival? You don't only have to worry about people. You don't only have to worry about animals. You don't only have to worry about hunger. You don't only have to worry about all these different things. You have to worry about diseases. Now, how do you escape that? If the disease is airborne, all right, and it kills you within hours of contact, how do you defend against that? A lot of places are going to be unsanitary because they're not going to be cleaned. So how do you defend against that? Right, let me see. I'll get one of these precepts. Jeremiah 15 verse 3. Okay, all right. Yep, that's right. Jeremiah chapter 15 verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord: the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. Okay, and these are just a inkling of the kinds of judgments that the Lord is going to be bringing. Okay. So when we tell you about these different things, when we go out there and we prophesy, and it sounds like a broken record because we keep telling you Jacob's trouble is coming, repent. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're still out here saying that. But that moment of, oh my gosh, they're still out here saying back, is gonna keep playing in your mind. It's gonna keep playing. Oh shoot, oh my gosh, what they said, that's exactly what they said. That one dude in my class or that one dude at my job who would always talk about conspiracies and stuff like that, this is exactly what he said. Now you start wondering, where is he? What is he doing? Well, if he knew all this was coming, then he probably had a plan. He probably has a way, or he can probably tell me what to do next. Right? Now you want to hear that Bible talk. Now you want to inquire about what we were saying. But how are you going to find that out when you can't even find us? You're searching and searching and searching, but all you're coming across is danger. Because that's what's all around you. You might know where a brother lives, but you go and all hell's breaking loose. You think he's still gonna be in there? You might have maybe 2% left on your phone. You trying to call, but ain't no reception, ain't no service. Radio towers are down. So considering all these things happening at once, what are you gonna do? All right, so the next precept I had was also going back to Isaiah chapter 32 verse 2. Okay, because this is one thing that a lot of women are gonna regret. Okay, a lot of women are gonna regret this, man. But once again, like I said, hey, there's times when, hey, for you women who either know or are friends or are in contact or are with a man of the Lord, listen, the best bet for you is to just stay along for the ride, man. We're not asking you to go out there and prophesy. We're not asking you to do all this extra stuff, man. All you got to do is just make sure that you're good with him. Because the Lord said, what? If he's a man of the Lord could save you through him. Now, if you want to play games and act up, the Lord can have it to where you want to be a demon. You want to have your demons act up, and then you have a big argument with him, right? You so-called break up, or you're mad, so you don't talk to him, so you might leave. And then right when you do that, all hell starts breaking loose. Now what? You trying to run back, but he ain't there. Now what? Now ring blowing up his phone, ringing. Yo, what's up, yo? You see? So this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a rock in a weary land. All right. A man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. These are all examples or metaphors for the protection, okay, that the men of the Lord are gonna be able to bestow upon these women. Okay. So, like it says here, as rivers of water in a dry place. See what happens when you're in the desert, your lips are dry and chapped. You know, you can't even taste anything, you know, because it's just dry. You can barely swallow your saliva because of how dry it is, you know. And then you finally come across a river of water, clean water, nice and cool, you know. That feeling of like your eyes lighting up, you know, and you can almost not even believe it. You're like, oh my God, you running full speed ahead right up into that river, you know, and that's what it compares a man of the Lord to. Okay, that feel of I need that, you know, almost like a drug dealer who needs his drug. It says, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Okay, you tired, you know, you don't, you know, you know, so you all messed up, you know, but you get that shade, and you know, when you under that shade, you I don't know, you just get that mysterious breeze, you catching your breath, you're like, damn, you know, that comfort, that relief, that safety, you know, all those different things are what's gonna come with being with a man of the Lord. All right. So now I'm gonna jump down to verse 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Okay, why are these women at ease? Is because once again, see Esau has you in a trick bag, because he has you thinking that everything is all good. You know, don't worry about it. Nothing can happen, because you know what? A lot of women, all right, keyword a lot, all right, because you still have some out there, but a lot of women are less aware of what's going on, all right, concerning what's going on around them than men are. Why? Because the society has been programmed to vanity. Listen, we live in a vain society, and women love vanity. So being that they love vanity more than men, they're more consumed into the society. And the chances of them, if the Lord ain't with you, to actually see what's going on before it happens is very slim, because all you see is vanity, and that's what you love. So that's where your focus is going to be. Okay. And comfortability brings about what? Ease. You let your guard down. Okay. But the scriptures say, rise up, you women that are at ease. Okay. However, a lot of them are not going to hear that. Why should they rise up? They're not thinking ahead. They're not seeing ahead as to what can be. No, if I don't see it now, then I don't want to hear it. You talking about you're going to buy a new car? Well, come talk to me when you have the car. I care about the now, what I can touch, what I can see, not what you're trying to do and all that. I don't want to hear that. See, a girl, a woman, well, you telling her about these different things, your ambitions, the plans you have. She's going to tell you, you come holler at me when you have that, because she doesn't really see it. Well, but after you get it, then she's coming to you. Now she want to talk. Okay. It says, hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Okay. Careless, man. Because they're not taking care as to who they, hey, man, you have a lot of them who, once again, being that this is a society where men put women on a pedestal, it could care less who they offend. You know, in a society where a man falls, they look at you to pick yourself back up. If a woman falls, everybody's there trying to help her up. Yo, I got her legs. Yo, no, I got her hands. Yo, you can step on my back. Don't worry about it. You see? So now they're careless. Because if they mess up here, somebody else will pick up for them. Right? But the Lord said, give ear unto my speech. And how is the Lord speaking? By way of his prophets. All right. And his prophets are men who don't tolerate that BS. See? And that's one thing that this society has programmed women to try and be on some contention with. Oh, you're too rough. You're too this. You're not like these other men who bow down to me. So I don't want to deal with you. But yet we're the ones who are the Lord is speaking through us. Meaning, in order for you to come and listen, you have to humble yourself. Because in order to humble yourself, that's doing something that's against the society. Because the society teaches you to be proud. And that's why that's that Babylon juice. You see? So it says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. Okay, but obviously we know it's not literally years, because we don't have that long here. Okay, but this is a time period, all right, a length of tribulation. You see, also keep in mind, when you're catching hell, a minute could feel like an hour could feel like a day. Why? Because you don't like the condition you're in and you want to get out of it so bad. Just like the opposite. When you're having fun, time flies. An hour feels like a minute. A day feels like an hour. It's the opposite. Okay? Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. But they're not troubled because it's not on their conscience. You see? And that's why it's going to be worse, because when it hits, you're not going to be expecting it. It says, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Why? Because those are all things that are perks that they've been given, and those perks allow them to be on that proud-minded high horse. You know, all these different benefits that they get. You know, they'll claim all these different kids. Hey, if what women get the most or most when they what is it? I believe when they claim their taxes. Oh, I got all these different kids. You know, I can claim her, I can claim him, I can do all this, so I'll get much more money. The government will give me money. So now I have power, because once my income tax or my income check comes in, you know, my tax refund, all those different things comes in. Guess what? I'm on a high level. I could really care less about them. I just use them to claim that money. You know, I can do whatever I want, because the cops are more likely to believe me than they are to you. Why? Because you're a man, and you're an Israelite man on top of that. So why should they believe you? I'm a woman. I could put on an act. I could shed some crocodile tears. You know? But all these different things, the Lord said, what? Tremble and rise up, because all this is going to be snatched away from you so quickly. And you know what's going to be returned to you? The opposite. Pain, suffering, man. This is the sad, the scary reality. Okay? And best believe it's going to happen. We keep telling you, but when it happens, you're not going to have people who are going to be that concerned about you, man. We got this last precept. It's the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. All right, what is she going to see? She's going to see everything we've been telling her about. From the microchip to the martial law to the pestilence to the famines. A famine is, hey man, ain't nobody could beat a famine unless the Lord delivers you. You're not beating that, man. Okay? So all these different things, guess what? They're going to see it. There's going to be no more listening to it in the far wind, you know, being able to run your mouth because what we're saying, you're just saying that. Yeah, whatever. I hear you, but right now I got school. Right now I got the things of the world to worry about. Guess what? You're going to see it. And when you see it, that's when your attention is going to go on it. Like, oh, shoot. When your jaw drops and your heart starts pounding so loud you can hear it, and you get so scared you can't even think right. You start trembling. You trying to grab onto the nearest guy next to you because you're so scared. You go into shock. You can't even move because you're panicking. You have so many different thoughts running through your mind at once. As you're seeing the society crumble and everything you had, all the fun things that you used to do, your Snapchat and all these different things, all those vain things crash and all these evils rise. And you're seeing it happen all in front of you, and you're realizing that, damn, you're about to go through this. You're next in line. So you're trying to run away from it, but the further you run, the closer it gets. You're trying to run away from one, but you're running right into another. You find yourself surrounded and you don't have an option. You don't see a way out. It says, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Why? Because when you start breaking down scriptures, the way we see each other is not how we're seen by the world. You'll see a man and esteem him as a man of the Lord, all right, because he's breaking it down, he's edifying you. But all they see is, oh, some nigga with the Bible. Oh, he always on that Bible talk. Come talk to me when you get a brand new 2019 Honda Accord. Come talk to me when you line up that beard crispy, you get that fresh lineup on there, man. Come talk to me when you're making this many figures. See? But she's going to be ashamed because she's going to say that, damn, the people that I thought, the men that I thought were the most important, that I was looking for, that I was chasing, look at them now. And those that I reproached, those that I talked smack about, those that I held in no esteem, those I didn't even want to look their way, they're the ones I need the most. And that shame is going to cover her, man. When something covers you, that means it's over you. That's what's on you. Okay? It says, her which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Why? Because now she's thinking, how am I possibly gonna, because I know that's where I have to go, but how am I possibly gonna get there? I closed the door. I'm the one who closed the door. I'm the one who locked it. I threw the key into the bottom of the ocean. How am I possibly gonna be able to go back? I cursed them out. You know, when I saw them out there and they were prophesying, warning me of the same thing I see going on, I completely did the opposite of what I should have done. You know, they weren't warning me. They weren't cursing me out because of hate. They were cursing me out because of this that I'm seeing. They didn't want me to go through this that I'm seeing. But because I was so emotional, I didn't want to hear it. I couldn't understand it. All I cared about was me. All I cared about was what was happening now. I couldn't see what they were saying. Right? This God you're talking about, oh, that ain't my Jesus. You know, I love me my Jesus. But now you're really considering, wait, that Jesus, where is he now? They're protected every time they call upon the name that they call upon. When they say that, when they call upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, they're good. How is it that I'm calling upon Jesus and nothing is happening, but they're calling upon that name and something is working? Oh, that's right. That was the name that I talk bad about. So it says, mine eyes shall behold her. Right? So we're gonna see them, man. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And mire is like dirt, dung, mud. You know, the lowest of the lowest. Mud is on such a low level that you step on the mud, but you get disgusted because it got on your boots. It got on your clothes. You know, that's what kind of low level it is, that people don't even want to step in mud. But that's the level the Lord is going to put her on. Trodden down under the foot, man, as the mire of the streets. Because see, when our eyes behold you, we're not going to be in the same condition. No, we're not going to be on the same level. We're going to be beholding you from a state of rejoicing as you behold us from a state of lamentation. We're going to be beholding you as we're eating or we're full. You're going to be beholding us as you're hungry. So you see the difference? You see the dynamic? And it's not going to be just women. It's going to be men as well. However, we emphasize women because it's going to be worse. Okay, a lot of you are going to be targets. A man will target another man if he sees him as a threat, or if he sees that the things the man has, he wants that. Okay, but there's more that a man will see in trying to target a woman. You know, because that pleasure that he'll gain from having his way with her is above the pleasure of trying to beat up another man just because he wants to. So you see, and he understands that it's easier. He has a greater chance of getting that woman, okay, because he's not fighting against another man. Now he's fighting against a woman. So yes, you're gonna be big targets in that day, man. And like I keep stressing, if Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai is not with you, it's not gonna end well for you, man. A lot of you are gonna face a very scary and painful reality, a very, very painful demise. And you're gonna wish, you're gonna beg, you're gonna cry, you're gonna scream, and you're gonna be filled with regret when you realize that none of that matters, and nobody's coming to your defense. As opposed to how you can call somebody so quickly. Oh, I'm gonna call my brother. I'm gonna call my boyfriend. He's gonna come and beat you up. Yeah, you try doing that in that day. Shalom, brother. Oh, yeah, that's it. Beautiful, like the movie Aftershock. You know, it's a perfect example of it, man. See, and that's one thing. Before I end it out, there's a lot of these movies, all right, that when you watch and if you really watch them, you'll see that by nature that's what happens. Whether it's The Purge, whether it's Aftershock, whatever movie it is, The Road, when a state of chaos, all right, when people are in a state of chaos, what happens, man? Women become the targets, okay, and they humble down, and what they try to cleave onto a man that they seek and protect them. But once again, it's gonna go from a movie to a reality, okay, a very, very sad and painful reality for a lot of you. Okay, yeah, beautiful example. GMS Fourth Dimension, the Book of Eli. Okay, and a lot of us are gonna be on that type of time, man. We're not gonna be here. Oh, shoot, hold on, I got you right. No. Because you know what? This is gonna be the Spirit of the Lord that's gonna be on us to have us in that mindset, man. To have us in that zone. Okay. Let me see if any more precepts. All right, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Those are all the precepts that I had, and that's pretty much it on here. Okay. Hey, that was just the spirit, I was just meditating upon that, but that's the time we're coming into, man. Okay. That is the scary future, the scary reality that we're very, very close, man. Matter of fact, we're in it. Okay. But guess what? It's gonna keep on ramping up. Okay. So for those of you who are sincere out there, man, the men of the Lord out there, and for you sincere sisters and women that may be listening, man, hey, pray to the Lord, man, that you be counted a part of that number. Okay. And Lord willing, we be of that elect, because if you're not of the elect, you're gonna be witnessing and experiencing some very, very horrific things. Okay. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.